What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Vlog. It is December 2nd at 7:05 a.m. and I'm gonna go out and get ready to run because I only have one workout today in this week, and then later we're gonna talk about what a down week is, why I have one, and why they're beneficial to you. So let's go run. Yeah, that's a big no, so I'm gonna wait. Okay, so we're gonna start this off with a little bit of a confession. I had absolutely no intentions on running before. Okay, why? Well, if you know me at all, whether you've been following my channel, you know, at the beginning of the Ironman prep series, or now, or you know me in real life, you know that I despise running in temperatures below 50 degrees. This morning it was 30 degrees when I took that clip. I literally took the clip after seeing the weather going, there's no way in hell I'm running, but I needed a little bit of an intro clip to get to the start of this video, okay? But right now it is Wednesday, 9:10 a.m. and I am getting ready for my second work meeting of the day, and after this work meeting, I'm gonna go for my daily run. But I wanna talk about two things. First off, what happened after the end of the last video with my Thanksgiving weigh-in, where I'm at right now, because today is the 31st day of workout. So yesterday completed the first 30 days of prep, and I want to talk about this week in training and how it's a down week and why down weeks are important and everybody should have them in their training plan. Alright, so let's first talk about what happened after the weigh-in last week. So the end of the last video was my post-Thanksgiving Day meal weigh-in. Now, I remember weighing in at 226 point something to start the day, 220 after my 10K run, and then 227 point something to end the night. Of course, that was before pie. I think I ended up I don't even think I had any pie. I was so full from eating. So what happened next? Well, I weighed in the next morning. I was still 227 point whatever pounds. I was the exact same weight, and I thought, oh hell, this is awesome. I didn't gain a ton of weight over one day. Yeah, so the next day when I weighed in, and Thursday I did my Thursday workout, or my Friday workout. I think it was shoulders. I was like, I have enough carbs. I'm just gonna be pumped up, gonna be ready to go. So I did my shoulder workout. I did my HIIT training with that because it's intervals. So you got that. The way it's set up is you need superset with 30 seconds of HIIT 3 times, and you do that three different blocks. I thought, man, so I felt really good. You know, a little bit better of a shoulder pump because of all the carbs that were in my system. The next morning, Saturday morning, I weighed in at 231 point something, and I was like, oh shit, I hadn't seen this kind of weight before. And a lot of it, I'm pretty sure, was water weight because I hadn't really kind of utilized and maneuvered. You know, I'm pretty sure it was a lot of carbs, especially Friday night. I still had, leftovers from Thanksgiving, so we had some more. Not as much, but I had some more. And I think the carb just kind of said, oh, you want to go carb. Let's go. Sunday, even after I did my run on Saturday, I did, I think it was just a little, what the hell was Saturday? Saturday was the benchmark that should have been on Thursday, even though Saturday was supposed to be the long run. I had to shift around, remember? Sunday, I weighed in at 232 point something. And I was like, there's no way in hell I gained this much weight eating at Thanksgiving. For me to have gained 5 pounds in just 2 days, I would have had to eaten over those 2 days like a 17,000 calorie surplus on top of the 3,000 calories that my body was burning on those days. So I would have had to eat almost 23,000 calories in 2 days. And I can assure you there's no way in hell I did that. So this weight gain was strictly water weight. So I made some changes to my nutrition plan, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. So I decided to make 2 changes to my nutrition plan starting in December, just for a couple weeks. I want to see what they're at. First thing I did was I said, okay, no more diet sodas until Christmas Eve, right? I just want to go with water. Okay, now why water? Well, because I'm used to just drinking water, and it's a great way to kind of keep your system flushed. Yeah, there's no electrolytes in there, but if all I'm doing is drinking water, there's 0 calories in this beverage right here. I could drink almost as much of it as I want within reason, and it's gonna help flush any kind of water weight that I have that I'm retaining in my system. I don't wanna use any water pills or anything like that when I'm doing this, okay? So the first change I made was just drink water, no diet sodas, and we're doing this from the December 1st until December 23rd straight. Christmas Eve, I'm gonna break that because there's another reason with the other change to the nutrition that I'm making. The other change I'm making is one that's been really tough already, and it's only been 2 days, but I got rid of the Oreo cookies out of my nutrition plan. So I'm going with no sweets, no snacks, no junk food like that. So no chips, no cookies, no cakes, no pies, none of that stuff. For 23 days, it's like 3 weeks essentially, just until Christmas Eve, and I want to see what that's going to do to my body training wise. Now, I'm gonna need to replace that sweet tooth in there. So luckily I have extra Shakeology, and I know you're gonna say, oh, it's just a bullshit thing. Yeah, you know what? Yes, I have this as my shake in the morning, or in between lunch and dinner, breakfast and lunch, whatever meals you want to call it. But I've also been eating this at night. I make it into a protein sludge, which I'll show you I might even show you in this episode how I do that, because it's just been like, it's a dessert that I can eat. It's still chocolate, it's still sweet. I can still get the calories that I was getting from the Oreos, probably a little bit more, but it's not the Oreo cookies, okay? I don't want the processed sugars and stuff like that to go along with it. And I think this is actually lower in carb. I'm not sure, I can double check it, but don't quote me on that. But I just want to see what the nutrition is gonna do for my, otherwise taking away my sweet tooth, my crutch, because I do love me some Oreos. But the reason I did this is one of the girls in my Embrace the Suck support group, my accountability group, she did this for an entire month of November. And I knew I wouldn't be able to do it for November. December is going to be even tough. That's why I'm not doing it a full month. I'm only doing it for like a couple weeks. And she did like no sweets, no processed sugar, no junk food, no sweet food, no fried food, no. And I'm like, well, you've already lost me there because I was having my Oreos. But so we're doing this. Today is day 3. It's December 3rd, and we're just gonna kind of knock this out. And 23rd will be my last day. The 24th, because my wife likes to bake chocolate chip cookies, and we make like York peppermint patty type things, but we do them homemade. So we're gonna have some of those, and a pumpkin pie on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and we like having those things for those couple days. And again, I understand the weight gain's gonna come. It's fried turkey, and sweet potato, and macaroni and cheese, and a whole bunch of this other carbs that we're gonna have for dinner. But I understand that it's part of the process. I'm gonna sweat that water, get that water weight out of my system, and move on from there. So that's the biggest change that's been happening so far this week with nutrition and the training. Really haven't changed my training. I've gone 30 complete days of not missing a workout. I've done at least one workout each day for the last 30 days, which is a pretty big streak if you think about it. 30 days non-stop of working. Now, to be fair, I have not done 30 days consecutive of running. I've not done 30 days consecutive of weightlifting. I've not done 30 days of doubles. I am letting my body rest appropriately. So I'm only doing chest and triceps once a week, back and biceps once a week. I'm giving myself ample time for those muscle groups to recover and recuperate. Okay, running, different story. Okay, I am doing running 6 days a week, but my runs have gone from endurance runs, short endurance runs. You know, I don't think I've hit over 2 miles on an endurance run yet. Sprints, which is really kind of taxing the anaerobic system, as well as the leg muscles, which are being utilized in sprinting. And then I have my long endurance runs with a light recovery run. Now, the recovery runs are useful because what they do is they help keep the lactic acid from building up. So when you do a long run, right? Let's say you do a 6, 7, 8 mile run, your muscles are going to be worked and lactic acid is going to start building up. In order to avoid the lactic acid really kind of not solidifying, but you understand what I'm going for, you're just kind of really taking hold, you do what they call a shakedown run. Essentially, it's a recovery run. It's a slower paced run of a short distance, and you just kind of keep the muscles working so the lactic acid never has a chance to really build up. Okay, so while I have been lifting and running every day for the last 30 days, how do you control recovery then? Well, that's kind of what the topic of this video is. It's about down weeks. What is a down week? So essentially a down week, which is where I'm at now in the training, is a training week where you're still training with intensity. You're just taking away some of the volume, okay? So you may not be going as far as you normally would be on a progressive week, as I'll call it. You're still getting into intense training. I'm still doing the wind sprints. I'm still doing the same amount of runs. I'm still doing all of the things. I'm just not doing the volume. Hopefully that makes sense. Anyway, let me go ahead and get this run in, and I'll get back and I'll talk to you more about what the specifics in this particular week really are. So that run was pretty nice. Let me look at the stats real quick. 1.78 miles, 15 minutes, 18 seconds. So it was an average pace of 8:36 per mile. It was supposed to be a 9:06 pace. Obviously, I went a little faster than I wanted to. At one point, I remember looking down at my watch going, holy shit, I'm running a 7:12 minute mile. So obviously that's definitely not where I wanted to be. I went a little fast, but it was only a 1.75 mile run. So it is what it is. Now we're eating breakfast. It's 12:06, first meal of the day. Again, we got 3 servings of egg whites, 1 whole egg. I got 56 grams of turkey breast and then a half a cup of oatmeal cooked in water with a little bit of hot sauce on top. I'm gonna let that cool down. We're gonna talk about I'm gonna get back to the talk about down weeks, okay? So I said before I ran, I was gonna talk about down weeks and what basically they are. So basically down weeks, again, it's a recovery week. It's a way to get your workout recovery in while still putting in the intensity while taking some of the volume away. What I mean by that, if I look at my entire plan right now, if you look at the volume, the amount of miles I've run in the first 4 weeks, I ran 12.5 week 1, 13.5 week 2, and I'll put them up here where you can see them, right? So week 1 was 12.5 miles, week 2 was 13.5 miles, week 3 was 13 miles, week 4 was 14 miles, okay? That's a lot of miles for the first 4 weeks without even having a recovery. And again, I'm running 6 days a week, so my legs, on top of the HIIT workouts that I'm doing, because Friday is the only day I do HIIT where I don't run. I do at least three HIIT workouts a week on top of the lifting. I need to give my legs a little bit of a break while still putting in the mileage on top of it. So this week is our down week, and I'm only scheduled to do 9.25 miles, 9.25 miles this week, which is 5 miles less than I did last week, okay? Now, my run, just like I said, they're still intense. I'm still doing a 9:06 pace for my endurance runs. I'm still doing my sprints. I'm still doing my long run at a 9:19 pace. But the mileage just isn't there. Now, next week, it'll pick up again. It'll go back up to 11. Then it goes down to 10 for week 7, and I'm getting way ahead of myself with this. I'm not going to have anything to talk about then. But after week 7, we really start climbing the weekly mileage. 13.5, 16.5, 19, 20, 22.5. Then I get another down week. My peak week is going to be week 17, and that's going to be a 28.25 mile week. So that's going to be a crazy hell, a week that I'm really looking forward to. Obviously, we are not there yet. That's still 12 weeks away. That's still 3 months away. So we're going to focus on this week only, which is our down week, our recovery week. Like I said, Monday I did a 2-mile run. Yesterday I did 2 800-meter sprints. Today I did 1.75. Tomorrow I think I have 6 200s to sprint out. And then my long run for the week on Saturday is only 4 miles with a 1.5 mile recovery on Sunday. So it's a light week as far as mileage. Intensity is still up there. And that's what a down week is. So I am going to go finish my breakfast. If you like this video, if you got something out of it, like the video, comment below if you have any questions, how often you do down weeks, if you want to see more of what's going on. Make sure you subscribe so you can get every update. I'm updating this series every Monday and Thursday around 1 to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, depending on my internet connection. And that's Central Time, not Eastern. So if you want to keep the updates and continue track of my training, remember, we're going for a 140 half marathon. A lot of running YouTubers are pushing for this right now. I don't know why 140 happens to be the magic number, but I've seen a couple of UK runners, with 140 half marathon goals. I've seen my buddy John, who's a Canadian, John's Conscious Life, link to his page there. Right, he just set out for a 140 half marathon. I think he hit a 142, and it wasn't official. It was just him running with his running club for 13.1 miles. Still came pretty damn close. 142 is pretty awesome. I'm going for a 140. There, there's a lot of runners pushing for these goals. If you want to follow, subscribe, hit the bell so that you get notified every time I upload a video. And that's all I got this week. I will see you in the next episode of the vlog. Peace out, guys.